Hello everyone, I'm Akshay and I'll be playing the role of Mary Harrell.
Hello, my name is Jose Manuel García Lopez and I play the role of Larry Dover.
Hello, my name is Alfonso Talavera and I will be playing the role of Larry as well as Jose Manuel.
And lastly, my name is Ismael Benjeloun and I will play the role of Mary Harrell.
Perfect, let's begin. Okay. So, hello Larry, very good welcome to web2.com, and we are delighted to inform you that we have chosen you for the position of sales manager in web2.com. As you're aware that for the last 1 month we have been conducting interviews, tests, logical tests, and after very careful selection among a huge pool of good candidates, we have actually chosen your profile to be the representative and to lead the position of sales manager in web2.com. And this meeting is actually to discuss and to actually talk about the decision, your decision on this offer, and discuss any questions you might have, the compensation, benefits, and salary. So off you go. Any questions? Don't be shy, just let them go.
Great, thank you, Mary. I'm very glad to hear that we are here after such a careful selection. And I have some question about the compensation, salary, the money, and as well as the position, because I hear I check in the paper that you as well are looking for a senior sales management position. So I don't know if you already have in mind a really clear candidate, or if it may be possible to achieve for that position, even though we don't have the agreement of 5 years working. And apart from that, I'm very glad to be here. I'm very glad to be in this company because I have here a really good things about this company over internet and some friends that have already working here. But I will really like to hear which ones are the values of the company and how do you treat the employees. And after that, I will like to pass to discuss the salary, compensations, packages, and the position of the senior sales management position.
Okay, so Larry, as you may know, in the previous interviews that we have already taken, you know that WebBeat is a company with non-hierarchical policy. That means everyone is taken into account in the company. And plus, the CEO of the company, as we discussed in previous interviews, takes his time to talk with the employees. He knows everything about her likes, her hobbies, his or her hobbies, his family or her family, and well, mainly those are the values of the company. And about the position that you asked before, I'm afraid that I have to say that with your only 3 years of experience, I can only offer you the sales manager position. If you have any more doubts about the values of the company, I will be very glad to answer it.
So regarding what you have just said about my 3 years of experience, well, I had a previous interview with Jen Heritage, who was assigned with me, my skills and my background, and she saw me and let me know. Apart from that, I've got, as you know, 3 years of experience in management, plus a solid MBA, in which I did I excelled in my negotiation courses. Plus, I did some extra work with different professors, and had a really great success with a pet project. So I consider myself as a possible candidate for that job offer too.
So, well, Larry, I really applaud your achievements in the past, and I'm happy actually that you have achieved so much in so less time. And regarding your experience, I have no doubt, and that's actually the reason that we have actually overpassed all the system and we have selected your profile, because for this position to select a profile with only 3 years of experience is already a big thing. And for the senior sales manager position, it's a clear mandate from the Vice President of the Human Resources that we cannot actually have somebody with less than 5 years of experience. So I'm sorry to say, but I do not think that it will be a possible solution to actually offer you the position of senior sales manager. However, I may point that in web2.com we value a lot how you work. if you're working in the sales manager position, we are going to carefully observe how you're working as the manager, how you are actually leading the team, how you are growing in the company. Because these are the values of our company. We don't want to just create workers. We want to create leaders. And that's why we actually observe our employees and we give them what they deserve. So if in 1 year or in certain amount of time, could be less than 1 year or could be 2 years, depending on your performance individually in your team, we can actually offer you a promotion. And that promotion could actually be of the position of senior sales manager or any other promotion. We're not sure about the position at the moment, but we can actually give you the word that at webty.com, if you work well, if you satisfy your team, and if you reach the objectives, it will not go in vain. It's not only about money here, it's about respecting and actually giving what you deserve. So we assure you that if you work well, if you satisfy and fill all the objectives of the company and the business grows, of course, we have no issues of actually promoting you in a very near future.
Oh, that's really good to hear. And starting, if you don't mind, with the salary and the possibilities, which ones are the salaries you're offering to the people? Because
Well, Larry, yeah, that's a nice question. Well, at the position that we are offering you, the sales manager, runs with a base salary of 55 kilo euros per year. But I don't think that that salary is all that we can give you. I mean, as you know, the location of Whitby headquarters is in London, in the center of the city, and it's very well communicated. Not only this, but also you will have a health insurance and also a dental insurance. And I think that the best advantage of working with us, of Get Hired finally, is that your life insurance will cover 10 times your base salary. I think that that's an opportunity that you cannot leave apart.
You have to consider that the market is in the state of economic recession. Our company, Webty.com, is a company that actually values the candidates, and we do not want money to be a hurdle. However, we have to consider the market position and our business. That's why the base salary of 55,000 is already, let's say, a huge risk from our side, which we are taking on a position of a sales manager with 3 years of experience industrially. So you have to consider this fact.
Okay, I take your point and I really appreciate your offer. But regarding what I know about the market and colleagues of mine who really work in your company and others who work for other companies in the sector, the base salary runs the 70K in all the cases I heard of. And some of my colleagues of the university who works in your company, apart from the bonuses you told, they have slightly higher salaries than that.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from that, I would like to work for your company, but as you may know, I have other offers, and the one that I have is far from the one you have just offered to me.
So I have something to say. And well, like I said before, it's not only about the money that we can discuss it about later, but I have to say that there is another benefits that I haven't already told you about. I mean, you have an easy bank on site. You are able to take your cash or some facilities that you will need during work. You will also have a lunch deli, and you can not only go into the canteen, in which the food is free, but you can also take your food from a fast food. For example, if you have a tight schedule, you can go to the fast food. You will also have, free shuttle service, on-site childcare, and a gym. Apart from that, we will have self-learning classes and discounted massages. And going back to the point of the salary, there is another offer, but it depends on your performance and your team's performance, which is that we can give you a 70% increase in the next year. I mean, the base salary is 55,000 euros, but the 70% increase of that is 35. That means in the next year you will earn 90,000 euros. 90,000 euros plus those 55 euros is more than 2 years of 70k euros. So I think that that's a nice point.
But regarding to that part, as I say, I really want to work for that company because I really have here really nice things about the company. But there is a big problem in that case because, as you know, we have done an MBA project.
Okay.
So I'm really embarrassed to have to say that, but right now I don't have that much money, and I have to move from London because I'm not from here, which means that I really will need the money for this year, not next year, because at the beginning I have to pay for a loan. So unless you can increase that salary, because I may accept a little bit less than 70,000 with the other advantages that you told me, but I can't take the 55 case because I'm right now have to pay for the loan and I have to travel here. The first year will be really risky for me to come here because it's involved that much money that my family can pay right now. So what I was at the beginning when I was coming here, because I have from some friends that they already working there at the beginning of the year, even though they don't have that much experience more than me, that they came here with salaries a little bit higher than 70,000, not that much higher, but we were looking as well because we just came from the site around 70 higher or maybe 68, 65 as minimum, but with maybe a little budget that we just can later repay to you for a little bit help of a sign-on bonus to live here to rent a
So Larry, as I see the problem for you, I totally understand. I totally understand that you're coming from outside, and London is an expensive city. I mean, we live here and we know it's an expensive city. However, I can assure you that this salary is way more than enough than to actually have a good life in London. But I understand your point that you're coming from outside and you really have a lot of expenses in moving and actually starting your life in another city. I have lived abroad for many years and I do have experience in of all that stuff. So from Rapti.com we can actually give you a loan in the beginning. It's interest free. First of all, you don't have to actually pay interest. So if you take 10,000 euros from us, we can actually take it from your salary in the consecutive months, installments, little by little in your salary, and you don't have to pay any interest. So, for example, if you want 10,000 euros, we can give you 10,000 euros in the beginning as a loan, no interest, free loan, and we can actually, you can reimburse. You don't have to reimburse 10,000 to us. You can reimburse in bits from your salary. So it does not cause load on you and load not on us. So that's something that we can do for sure. As I said before, also about the benefits of the company, we encourage the competition in the market. We know that we have competitors, and actually it's good. But I can totally assure you that the benefits given by Rapti.com are out of the class. I mean, there is no other company in the market who actually gives that much benefits. As I said before, you have child care, you have hospital care, you have health insurance, dental insurance, free shuttles, free breakfast, free lunch, gym. You have almost all the facilities, which can only, for example, the gym, can also be used by your family. So, and you have child care. So in the future, if you do have children, or I don't know about if you do have children, you have free child care on site. So there is unmatched benefits at Rapti.com. And I would really recommend you, and I would firmly ask you to reconsider these benefits with the salary, because if you put together the benefits and your salary, it goes way above 100k per year.
Yeah, the problem is that you are promising a future money, or a loan and a loan by a base salary. But as I said before, my economical issues are right now, not in the next 10 years or so. So I take your point, and the increase in the following year sounds quite interesting for me. But there is such a big problem with the base salary. So I think that if you are not able to hide it a bit at expenses of all the extras you said, we will have it really difficult to make an agreement.
Okay, so I think that we have to discuss the salary, and well, as I said to you before, you did it successfully in the previous interviews. So here's my new offer. Base salary increases to 58,000 euros, and that's my final point. What do you think?
If that's your final point, I think I'm sorry, but I wouldn't be able to agree, because it really sounds really nice for the future to come back. Maybe in the future, I don't know if there is any possibility open for that. But right now, before I came here, my mind was set in 70,000, because that's with people that already entered, like with no previous experience up. I can go down to 65 as minimum, but I can go lower than that.
Well, I can give you my word that 65k is not possible in any condition. On any condition, it's not possible, because we also have mandates, we have rules, we have to follow certain procedures. To select you, we have already, let's say, gone over the system a lot, because to select somebody with 3 years of experience for a sales manager position, it's already a big thing. And considering that you will do well because you have done well in the past, we are taking this chance. This chance comes on the price that we have to give you a lot of benefits, and we are ready for it. However, our base salary at max, as I said before, 58k, but at max, there is no discussion after this about the base salary. At max can be 60k per year. 60k per year plus all the benefits, plus the interest-free loan for your starting, with which you can actually choose the amount. You can choose the amount up to your convenience, and you can pay in installments chosen by you, and you will have all the benefits: on-site, off-site insurances, and apart from that, up to 70% of promotion in your salary next year, depending on your performance, on your team's performance and the objectives. So 70%, it's a huge promotion.
Remember the early promotion within the next year.
Exactly.
That's weird to hear, because we already know some friends, some colleagues that are working for your company, and they are already receiving that kind of money, 70k per year from the beginning, and some of them a little bit more than that. So we are sorry to say, but we can take that agreement. So maybe in the future we can work together, or after we just have a little more experience in sales management, but right now we can accept that.
So I can actually assure you that your friends who are actually getting 70k per year, I don't know when they started working, but you have to know that if you're finding a job in today's world, in this year, this is a year of economic recession. And I don't know how much research have you done in the market for this year positions, but there is no company that is actually giving more than 60k plus all the benefits.
But as I said before, there is one company that gives us 7k, so there is such a big difference, so we cannot have a deal right now.
Okay, so it's been a pleasure. So nice to meet you,
and we wish you the best for the future.
That's it.
We hope that you get what you deserve.
Yeah, and we will keep in contact.
Thank you very much, and it will be nice, and in the future, if there is any possibility, I will be glad to come back here and let's discuss that again.
Thank you for your time. No,
I think that now we have to comment about the discussion.
There is some questions that we have to discuss.
Oh,
No, okay. So what did you or the other party do that was effective? So
Yeah. So, well, we actually presented all the benefits,
yeah, information.
everything which the company could extend to you.
Okay, just to explain a little faster what happened, like previously when we record the last part of the video, we don't stop, but we don't really know what the video stopped. So we are gonna try to be as close as possible as we previously discussed, and we are gonna review this part.
Yeah.
So,
Well, the first question is, what did you or the other party do that was effective? So we thought that on your part, what was effective was to bring up the again and again the mention of the other competition to us, and that was actually making us to go higher and to give you more information about the benefits. So we think that was effective.
And another part that was effective is that, well, we offer our offers in steps. I think that was effective.
I think that from our point of view, what you did good is that you really focused, even though that we don't really go inside which kind of offers, because the main focus was the money, you do really good in like giving little by little information about the plus packages, because as a matter of fact, our first minimum before coming here was 70k, and during the video, because you just say everything and start insisting about that, and because in the papers we have that it's a really good company and that we really want to work for it, that we just go to 65k as a minimum. It's a pity that we don't agree, but it's really good for you that you achieve for us to lower our minimum during the conversation. So
There were no SOPA, that's an important point, because our highest offer was 60, as you said, and your highest offer, the lowest, excuse me, was 65.
yeah.
So, well, the next is, what do you wish you had done differently?
Yeah, maybe what I could have done differently was putting forward more information about our friend's offer and highlight the fact that a singing bonus would be such an important point in your offer, and that's something that we would have had into account.
On our part, we actually tried to do as good as possible, but what we could have done differently, what do you think? Maybe giving you more information on our packages?
Yeah, we were too constrained. I mean, the 60k limit was a constraint and it was compulsory. And
it was compulsory.
It was compulsory. I mean, 60 or no? Yeah.
So we knew that the minimum entry salary was 70k because they provided us with the information. So our minimum was something like that, 70k. So there was no possible agreement.
Maybe the only possible agreement that we could have changed is at the beginning when you speak about the compensation packages. Most of them was focused on the next future, but like in the near future, like something like a loan, like a big loan with free interest, or maybe like a package of interest that you say, if I speak about that, maybe you just give us a sign-on bonus, and with the place that if you leave the company because you don't work properly, you don't achieve the objectives, you leave before a year or before 2 years, because in the second year you say like increase money, you will have to return the full sign-on bonus, but maybe we should have tried to discuss about that. But
to close the question, I would say also that if you would have brought up the point of signing bonus, because I honestly I don't remember if you did bring up the signing bonus. I don't hear it, but if you did bring that another company is giving us a signing bonus, we could have actually come up with more information on the loan part.
yeah, I think so.
Well, anyway.
Moving
to the last.
So last question. Yes.
I strongly believe that none of us had a good outcome because, as far as I'm concerned, you did want us to go to your company.
We believe in you.
Yeah.
We want you to get
And
hired.
we did want to get the job, so we all had a bad outcome.
yeah, but I don't think that is a bad outcome, because knowing that you have your maximum possibly money to pay to us, it was 60k, I think like it's like they was looking forward to don't
Yeah.
reach an agreement, so
We
we
put all
discussed
the-
it. We discussed a lot of possibilities, and I mean you achieved for us to lower our lower budget, so that's a really nice. I mean you do pretty
Because
good.
we put a lot of effort and
And
energy on
yeah.
you, so
But
that's a
actually-
bad outcome.
Yeah, but
That's a bad
actually we
outcome.
don't even, we just step by the door, we have it open for future agreements maybe, it's, I mean, it's not really good, but I wouldn't say that it's really bad outcome. Right?
Future is future, and in the present we both have a bad outcome. So,
Yeah. Okay. Well, to conclude to the viewer, I would say that it was a good negotiation. We put forward all the arguments which we possibly could from our side as Mayor Harville, from your side you did well as well, from as Larry Dower. We explained all the alternatives, and we actually stretched to as maximum as possible allowed by the document. And I wouldn't say unfortunate, but we did not go for a desired outcome. But we do have a result, which happens in negotiation, and here the negotiation did not go as a desired outcome, but it was a good negotiation overall. So I'm happy to have participated in the activity, and well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
so that's it.